Hello everybody, my name is Connor and I am here with the finals match for the store regional that happened in Spokane, Washington on the 13th of July. We have two Spokane natives here, two very important members of the One Piece Spokane community. We have X on the Red Purple Law and we have Tyler on the Lucci. They are just waiting for the judge to say that it is good to start, and these guys were nice enough to let me record the match, and off we go. So X starting, getting his first Dawn and passing. Tyler going ahead, getting 2 Dawn and also passing. No stage for Lucci. Unfortunate for Lucci, but if you're not going to see stage against a deck, Red Purple Law is, I feel, an okay deck to not see stage against. They play some pretty low cost characters. X goes ahead, swings 5, Tyler counters out with the Spandime, and then X drops the Zoro Juro, which lets you, once you swing with it, you get to add a active Dawn back. A little bit of old tech, old Red Purple Law tech coming back. Lucci swings 5 into life and X takes it, and Lucci ends up milling the Lucci and the stage, a bit unfortunate. And then he hard drops the Lucci, returning the entirety of his trash, the whole 3 cards in his trash, and trashing the Zoro Juro, not letting X get any value off of that Zoro Juro, unfortunately for X, but very, I think, solid play from Tyler, getting rid of that body that may not be that threatening, but definitely has the ability to ramp. X goes ahead and swings 6. Tyler goes ahead and takes it. And speaking of bodies that are scary that can get you to ramp, there is the Bond Clay. X dropping and using the extra Dawn that Bond Clay ramped to play out the Gordon to minus or bottom deck the Lucci, and then dropping the Reiju. Reiju is so important in this match, keeping X's hand size healthy. Tyler sitting at, I believe, the 6 Dawn turn. X has a good hand size. Swings, minuses the Bond Clay, getting the Spandeem and the Tempest Kick in trash. Thinking about the options, and X goes ahead and takes that hit, and he actually goes ahead and drops the 6 cost Brook that lets you trash a character of cost 4 or less, I believe, or you can have them send cards to the bottom of their deck, but in this matchup, not very important. Trashing the Bond Clay is huge. That is definitely a scary body to deal with. It may not look that scary, but it definitely gets scary. So X sitting at, I believe that is 5 Dawn. Quick math there. Thinking through his options. Definitely, I feel like this is a bit of a tough match for the Red Purple Law. I mean, both decks have the ability to remove bodies pretty consistently. X swinging 5 with the Reiju, countering out with Tyler, countering out with Rebecca. A 5 with the Law, countering out with the Spandeem. Dropping the Zoro Juro and the Fire Fist to bottom deck the Brook. X going ahead and ramping 2 after playing the Sachi and Penguin off of Law ability. Sachi and Penguin, such a good card in the Red Purple Law deck. And Tyler sitting at 8 Dawn now, so potential for a Gecko play. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a good angle to view both of our players' hands. He swings 5 into the Reiju, minusing the Zoro Juro. X going ahead, keeping that Reiju alive with the Sanji 2K counter. And Tyler dropping the Gecko to play out the Spandime to search, and then using Rebecca to grab back the other Spandeem, I believe. I'm probably butchering those names. I am so sorry. It is the one card I thought I knew, and now that I'm on the spot, cannot think of it. X is sitting at roughly, I think 6 Dawn, if I'm seeing that right. Yep, 6 Dawn. Dropping the Eustace Captain Kid. Minusing 3 to bottom deck the No Power Rebecca. Easy choice there. Going ahead and dropping the Sachi and Penguin, getting those Dawn back, and then Kid ability to get another active Dawn. Using one of those Dawn that he still has to swing the 5 with Zorojuro, gaining another active Dawn. Honestly, I see why Zorojuro is coming back. Even though he is a small body, he is a powerful body. Tyler checking his trash, adding that span name back to trash. Reiju swinging just the 5 there. And Tyler going ahead, taking that hit, going down to 3 life. A 6 from the Sachi and Penguin, I think, is going to be 2K'd out of in a second here. Yep, 2K with the Kaku, and another 2K with Khalifa, getting out of that 6K law swing. X with 3 cards in hand, really needing to see another Reiju or even a Queen to keep that hand size healthy. Tyler at the 10 Dawn turn now, definitely with that Gecko on board, making it that is a tough body for almost every deck to deal with, and with red purple law playing those small bodies, those 5,000 bodies, 6K bodies, definitely something that X is most likely going to struggle to get off the field. Tyler swinging 6 into the Zorojuro, minusing the Eustace Captain Kid down to a 4 cost. X taking his time to consider all of the possibilities if there is a world where he can save that Zorojuro to continually gain that ramp. Of course, when Lucci starts putting the minus on blockers, it is hard to decide what to do with that blocker if you know it's going to get popped or not. X going ahead and asking Tyler to view his trash, something that I feel all players, including myself, need to do more often. Check your opponent's trash, especially decks like black decks that play the Gecko Moria that can gain things from trash, and even Nami. Make sure you are checking those trashes. They're very helpful to just kind of get an idea of potentially how many 2K counters your opponent may have in hand, what their plan may be. Is there a good Gecko play here? Things of that nature, and that's exactly what X was doing there. Still trying to decide, and he ends up deciding to let the Zorojuro go, hoping to keep that kid up and not wanting to rest it to save the Zorojuro, which is understandable. I feel like that is a smart play. Of course, I am in not a lot of right to be, critiquing how these guys are playing. These guys are way better than me. Tyler swinging 9 into Reiju, definitely making it hard to keep that character alive, either having to choose between letting the kid possibly go or just allowing Reiju to go off of the field. But kid is so useful. Even as long as he is on that field, he is gaining you that active Dawn back. Reiju has already done her job. X with 3 in hand, thinking about letting this Reiju go. Tyler still not tapping any of his Dawn, except for the one that he added to Luchi, of course. 9 Dawn active. The threat of a Gecko play still very prominent. X ends up deciding to let the Reiju go. Unfortunately, the size of X's board is dwindling down, but that is kind of what black decks, especially Luchi, does. Just makes that board, it makes it hard to keep that board up. Tyler then plays the Tempest Kick, drawing a card since he has more than 10 in trash, dropping that kid down to 1 cost. That is painful. I feel like it takes so long to get your 5 Dawn. I mean, maybe not for X, but staying at 5 Dawn and having the Dawn to drop that kid is rough, and just to see it be popped quickly, potentially. The Rebecca drawing the Brook out of trash, playing the Brook and popping the Eustace Captain kid. That is tough. X with 3 in hand, really hoping to see another Reiju. Tyler swinging 6 into Sachi and Penguin, and X able to 2k out of it with the Sanji, the 2 cost, I believe, Sanji that lets you take from your life. Really good tech if your opponent is trying to starve your hand. Something that Law usually struggles with, and that's been alleviated. That pain has been alleviated a bit by the Reijus, but if you're like me and see 0 to 1 Reiju a game, it still hurts. So X sorting out his Dawn, trying to figure out how he wants to deal with this board. Tyler's board is definitely, while a lot of it is tapped there, it is intimidating to say the least. Thankfully, the Rebecca being a 0 cost blocker is something that that X could bottom deck with relative ease, but getting that Brook and getting that Gecko off the board might be a little difficult. So X thinking through his turn, as I've said, 3 cards in hand, Tyler with only 4 in hand. Both decks dwindling down their resources quite a bit, but making pretty big moves with each turn that they are doing. X tapping 3 to drop another Zoro-Juro, minusing that 3 to bottom deck the Rebecca, and off of Law ability playing the Sanji. The 6 cost Sanji is cheaper if you are at less Dawn than your opponent. He becomes a 3 cost, easy to play out with Law ability. X swings 5 into the Brook, and Tyler counters that with the 2k Khalifa, making it harder to keep that Brook alive. X goes ahead and swings 6 with Sachi and Penguin into it, getting it off the board, making it harder and harder for Tyler to pop characters, especially because Tyler has not seen stage yet, but not seeing stage hasn't seemed to hinder Tyler too much. 3 in hand, and I think X is trying to decide if he wants to swing towards life or potentially into the Gecko or the Spandine. Spandine? I'm gonna get chewed out for mixing those 2 up. They are so similar. You cannot blame me. I mean, you can blame me. I should have paid a little bit more attention or read the cards, but these are the 2 cards that I, as mentioned, thought I knew. But he goes ahead and swings 10 into the Gecko with the Sachi and Penguin, hoping to get it off board, but the 2k Suru coming in to save the Gecko, unfortunately, and X going ahead to pass turn. Tyler still at 10 Dawn. A just massive amount of Dawn, and that looming threat of another Gecko play still there. Tyler going ahead to swing 5 at the Sachi and Penguin, I believe, and minusing the other Sachi and Penguin, hoping to get both off the board if possible. X deciding to block with the Sanji, getting that free block in with Sanji. 1 card in hand, not too much to do to save your characters on board, unfortunately. The 9k going into Sanji, and of course he's got to let it go. Tyler tapping at 10 Dawn to drop 2 Kakus and pop the Zoro-Juro and the minus a Sachi and Penguin, returning 4 CP cards to the bottom of his trash and passing turn. Oof, that turn definitely really dominant from Tyler, getting most of X's board gone, putting X in a difficult position. I definitely feel like the Red Purple Law is a tough matchup for, the Lucci is a tough matchup for the Red Purple Law, not the other way around. Tyler being able to pop most of X's board without even seeing stage is definitely just rough for X, and if he had stage, I feel like things would be even rougher. But X is still, if he's playing incredibly well, I feel. I would really like to see X get another Reiju. Of course, as a former Red Purple Law main, I am feeling for the Red Purple Law right now. That's usually how my games would go. No Reijus, no Gordons. I think we've seen one Gordon, no Raise Maxes, a Fire Fist, which I think is great Red Purple Law tech. It taps 5 for the Kid, minusing 3 to bottom deck the Searcher, the Span Dime. Really should have looked that up. And playing out the Kid and Killer. Honestly, good to get it out of hand. Swinging 9, hoping that the card in Tyler's hand wasn't a counter, but it was. It's the Sabo with the 1k counter. Swinging a 5 at life with the Sachi and Penguin. Tyler taking it, going to 2 cards in hand. X with no cards in hand, a blocker, and this one of the scariest boards I've seen. X taking the first 5k swing, taking the 7k swing, blocking out the 9k swing, and game goes to Tyler. Very well done to both of these gentlemen. Of course, 5-0, I believe, going into the finals, into the 6-round tournament. Very well done. Honestly, incredibly well done by a lot of the Spokane locals, a lot of the guys I play with. I know that 3 of the top 4 here were Spokane natives. So Tyler, X, and Link, very good job. Very awesome to see you guys do so well as everybody who made it in the top 16. You can see more of them in the vlog that I'll be posting. Oh, eventually. I'm not sure. I have to edit it as well as do my day job. It should be a short vlog, but yeah, it was a really fun event. And as well as a lot of our guys just crushing local top 4 here. We did have 2 of our Spokane natives go to Vegas and get 2nd and 4th. Very good job, Ricky and Ron. Super stoked to be part of this community, and you guys are awesome. So very, very well done. And once again, thank you, X and Tyler, for letting me record this game. This was a very fun game to watch. And Tyler, thank you for letting me hold your Katakuri. That is the most expensive card I've ever held. And very well done to both of you guys. That is going to wrap it up for me, though, guys. If you liked this video, hit that like button down below. Helps me out more than you will ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new. And I will see you guys in the next video. Back to my shitty gameplay. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.